Joe Biden's efforts to tamp down tensions in the escalating war between Israel and Hamas face massive setbacks even before he departed for West Asia.
Absolutely. Now, Jordan called off the US president's planned summit with Arab leaders after a deadly explosion at a Gaza hospital killed hundreds. The postponement of the Amman summit comes after Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas withdrew from the scheduled meetings in protest of the attacks. Now, the Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza blamed an Israeli airstrike. The Israeli military said on its side that it had no involvement and pinned the blame on a misfired Palestinian rocket. Jordan's foreign minister said, and I'm quoting here, that this war and this aggression is pushing the region to the brink. He stated that Jordan would only host the summit when all participants agree to the same.
While in the air, Biden released a statement saying he was outraged, deeply saddened by the explosion at the hospital and the terrible loss of life that it has resulted in. He said he spoke immediately after hearing the news with King Abdullah II of Jordan and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. Biden added that he has directed his national security team to continue gathering information about what exactly happened.
The cancellation of the Jordan leg of the trip reflects an increasingly volatile situation that will test the limits of American influence in the region. And here's why the Jordan summit was crucial for the US president. The Israel-Palestinian conflict has been ongoing for decades, and to a large extent it involves the same cadre of leaders. Netanyahu is the longest-serving prime minister in Israeli history. Abbas, we're talking about Mahmoud Abbas, has been Palestinian leader for nearly 20 years. Abdullah II has been the king since 1999, and Biden has called the Jordanian king a loyal ally. Lebanon's Iran-backed Hezbollah called for a day of rage over the strike to coincide with Biden's arrival. It fueled fears of the very escalation by Tehran and its allies that the US president's visit is supposed to warn against tear gas fired near US embassy at Lebanon. Hundreds of angry protesters gathered outside the French embassy in Tunisia on Tuesday, also denouncing the United States. In Iraq, on the other hand, scores of protesters gathered near Baghdad's green zone following the Gaza hospital blast. French President Emmanuel Macron said nothing can justify targeting civilians and called for humanitarian access without delay. Qatar's foreign ministry called the hospital strike a dangerous escalation. Turkish President Erdogan there has been widespread condemnation from all sides of the Arab nations. All nations, one by one, have condemned this strike. Israel, on the other side, has still stuck to its narrative of saying that Israel had nothing to do with it and it was a strike which was planned from Hamas' side. And they say that they have proof for the same as well. They are working on a detailed report, and it will be revealed and published soon. Now, there are different narratives coming from both sides, but one thing remains common and similar, that all nations across the world have condemned this strike on a hospital which has killed nearly 300 people. Overall, over 3,000 people have died, and the war seems to be taking a next stage which is going to be even darker.
We know that our environment is burning.